All right. I just started recording. First thing first, code of conduct. Hello and welcome to the Provider IBM Cloud meeting today on June 30th. My name is Sadeh Zala and I'll be your host today. Please keep in mind that this meeting is a public meeting, so be nice to each other and be considerate of what you say. The meeting is being recorded and we'll make it available on Kubernetes YouTube channel. So, that will happen soon after the meeting ends. Let me do this one thing. Let me make Richard co-host here. Okay, Richard, you should be co-host now. So I was just looking at the agenda, not much, but the big thing is, the recent updates on IBM Cloud Provider code that Richard had a commit just a few days back, and it's out there on GitHub. So I guess without further delay there, since we don't have any new member for introduction. So Richard, I think I'll hand it over to you to give us updates on that, maybe a walkthrough.
That sounds okay? Good. Yeah, okay. That sounds great.
Thanks.
I have to authorize Zoom to let me share. 1 second here. Quit and reopen. All right. I'll be back. Give me
All right, seems he's connecting back, so that's good.
All right, back.
Ooh.
All right, so you'll have to make me host again now that we've gone through that fun.
That's true. Well, I just did, so you're co-host now.
Okay, well, it looks like it's sharing. Hopefully you see something.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. All right, so long time in coming. Here's our cloud provider IBM repo. So we just pushed it up on, I believe it was Friday. Okay, and we did an initial commit. We had to wipe the Git history for security reasons, right? So anyway, that's why you have a single initial commit here. And our plan is we still have this primary source internal, and we'll be setting up a job here to sync source external. That's kind of our starting point. From here, then we'll move to long-term goals. Beyond this, we want to get this into as part of the OpenShift installer to provide IBM CCM support within the OpenShift IPI, UPI installations. We also want to look at possibly migrating this repo over under the Kubernetes cloud provider SIG, right? But anyway, at least this is our first step towards being able to do that. So right now, I'll just take you a quick walkthrough on the repo on what it all packages together and what are some of the things to come. So this repo is our cloud provider for Kubernetes implementing the CCM, and it's the CCM we use. The code is as is here as what we use for IKS, our Kubernetes service, and our OpenShift managed services. Okay, same CCM. The code you see here has a couple add-ons that we pull in. One is Calico Control. This is used for our load balancer support on classic infrastructure. And then we have a VPC control binary that we pull in for our VPC load balancer support on our VPC Gen 2 infrastructure. Now, the thing to note about this VPC is important. I mean, this is a public downloadable on our cloud object storage, the binary that you can get. So this should be buildable by anyone, right? This piece, though, there will be parts of this that we can open source, and there will be another repo that goes alongside the cloud provider IBM repo that'll provide some of the VPC load balancer pieces that we can open source. So there will be another repo coming up. I guess you'd say it's a sibling of this repo. Okay, so those are the two add-ons that we pull in today and to build the repo. So if you look through the code base, you will find the usage of the classic implementation of the load balancer is fully within here. And the VPC implementation is only partly. That's because of that binary. So we'll be working on that. Hopefully that'll be available soon. There's a few other things in here on the Travis builds at the moment. They don't work upstream due to some security and Artifactory configurations that we have internally. I've got to make some fixes internally that we can then push up. And so hopefully our next goal would be to get Travis working, the build's working, although folks should still be able to build it outside of Travis. We have a build process that they can follow and document it. And then we will also be pushing up a contribution guide as well. The whole repo is licensed under Apache version 2 license. And so we have the license file right here. And so everything should be updated accordingly for that. A few other things that I'll probably, if you get down into it, I mean, at the moment, we're not really ready to accept contributions, although folks could certainly open, issues and let us know of things that are going on, but we're still in the early stages of setting everything all up. Yeah, so hopefully that just gives you a high level. Oh yeah, one other thing, the docs. We don't really have a lot of great examples, and that's another thing that we're going to be working on, because as we get this integrated, our plan and to integrate to an OpenShift installer, we're definitely going to want to have examples of manifests, configurations, and so on. Right now, we're pretty light on that, so that it takes a little bit of expertise to know how to set this up on your own. But hopefully, we'll get enough docs coming here shortly to show you how to get this sucker going on a whether it be classic or VPC Gen 2 cluster. So we'll continue to push doc updates for that as well. So any questions or? Well, actually, one other thing. Right now, we just pushed our latest branch, which is the release 122 branch. So we're building off Kube 122. And our branching process internally, which will continue external, is just the release branches, just like Kubernetes does for their releases.
No, that's great, Richard.
Okay.
It's awesome. Yeah. Like I said, a lot of things will happen iteratively, right, to make it more consumable. But yeah, it's great. Did we just wondering? I know we probably have it later today or maybe next week. Have we talked about this in the cloud provider SIG meeting yet, or not yet?
Not yet.
Not yet, right? Yeah, that's what.
Yeah. We just had our meeting on Wednesday of last week, I think it was, and so we didn't have it open source, so I didn't bring it up at that time. But I will definitely. Actually, I'm gone for the next week's meeting over the 4th here. I'll bring it up in the next one I attend and let them know, unless somebody's there instead in my place. Yeah.
If like, I'll let you do the more walkthrough kind of things, but maybe if I can attend next week, I know I'm taking some vacation as well, but if I can attend, then I'll just mention it briefly.
Sure.
Right? Yeah, this is great. Thanks.
No worries. Yep.
Yeah. So any question here? I know Mike or anything else. I know you've been
no questions for me. I mean, like, this is all going to be great. Eventually, we'll just probably incorporate this into how we're building, the OpenShift, specific stuff. But yeah, no, this is awesome.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's a great job here, Richard. Again, can't thank you enough. This is awesome.
Yeah, I know. 4 years later, we finally get it done, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we've been talking about it, so this is good stuff. Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything else in the agenda. I know the main agenda was this one, right? Just to provide an update. So, we can have it just really brief 50 minutes meeting, unless there's
Mhm.
anything else that we want to talk.
No, let me see. No, I just, well, the only thing I encourage, if you hear anything, just send them my way, on the channel, on the public channel. If folks are asking questions about that, feel free to ping me. And then, while it's in early stages, we'll, I think our plan long-term hopefully expands the contribution in the usage of this thing outside of just our managed services. So, yeah.
Yep.
And I'll probably try to as well, as we continue forward, get my team more involved, maybe being involved in these meetings as well. If we, depending on how much interest there is in the project. So
Yeah,
that's all
exactly.
I had. Perfect.
Yeah, no, this is great. This is great. Yeah, there is not much updates on the cluster API project as well. So there's not a whole lot to update. We had to actually cancel our bi-weekly meeting for cluster API because the host was sick. Yeah, so we just decided to cancel the meeting. All right, well then have a great rest of the day, Richard.
You too.
Wonderful weekend, July 4th. Happy July 4th, and
Yeah.
we'll talk to you later.
Thanks, folks. Have a good rest of the day. Bye.
Bye.